What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to take a look at how to get realistic handheld camera motion in After Effects. So here we are in After Effects. First thing I did was I imported two clips I just recorded. One is this guitar recording here. This is what I'm going to want to put the handheld motion on. And two, this is this is the handheld motion we're going to use to get it. So realistically what I did was I recorded just a blank slate of something that I could track. So that way I could take the handheld motion from what I've recorded and apply it to this guitar recording here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my clip here that I recorded, make a new composition out of it. Go ahead and listen to it. Rendering. You all know that. So now we have this. This is what we want to apply the motion tracking to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag down my handheld motion, drag it below it, and I'll just solo it. So this is the handheld motion I recorded. So we can watch this here. And really all this is I drew this on a whiteboard, as a matter of fact. Just 2 points that are easily trackable, and I'm going to go ahead and track them, use the position and rotation data from this clip, and apply it to the guitar recording. So I'll go ahead and I'll start doing this. First thing I'm going to do, just to make the tracking a little bit easier, this will track just fine, but just for the sake of it, I'll throw on curves, darken my darks and whiten my whites. And I'll grab hue and saturation, put it before it, and I'll just make it black and white. There we go. A nice blown out image to track. One thing about After Effects is if you don't know this, you should, it's very important, is anytime you want to track something, you have to track its composition. If you just want to track a clip, that's fine, but say you want to do something like this where you want to like take out, say you want to do something like this where you want to take the color out of it, you want to blow out the image, you want to apply all your effects first, and then it's very important to pre-compose it, so that way move all the clips in there, move all the attributes into the new composition here, and then just go ahead and name this tracking comp. So now we can go ahead and track the entire comp as opposed to tracking that clip, because it won't read it will not read anything that we put onto it unless it's in its own composition. So we can go ahead and start tracking this. Make sure this is selected, your tracking comp. Click track your motion, and here we're in the After Effects tracker. Now, this doesn't have to be too large, just because this is a perfect contrast you're not going to get. It's going to track this without a problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and even raise this up just a little bit. There we go. Now that's 1 point. We have to have 2, position and rotation. I usually don't use scale. I guess you can if you want to, but I don't see a point in it. And then I'll put this one over here. So I have my 2 tracking points, left and right. This will give us positional and rotational data of this track. And then when I go ahead and analyze this, is analyzing forward. Okay, so this is actually analyzing already. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this run, and I'll come back to it whenever it's done. So the reason I'm doing it this way and not just adding a wiggle modifier and using any kind of effect or preset for handheld motion is because this is actually real handheld motion. This isn't computer generated. This is actual handheld motion from my hands recording that I'm taking from another clip and applying to the clip you want to have with handheld motion on it. Okay, so we're done tracking here, and it looks like it got a pretty good track. I don't see why it wouldn't have. Next thing we're going to do is going to go ahead and throw a null in there. Just going to want to name this here. This is our handheld motion. So we can go ahead and select our target, the handheld motion with the null we just added in, press OK, and we can apply that motion by pressing apply and then OK to yes, both X and Y. Positional and rotational data has been applied to this new null that we created. Now we can watch through, and we can scrub through. We should have a null that attaches perfectly to this recorded track. Now that this is done, this is the last time. We don't actually even need our tracking data anymore. We can just turn that off, and we can go back to our guitar recording. So this is the original recording that we actually want to apply the motion to. Now this is good because as you can see, there's no camera shake. You know, the camera was still while it recorded, so that way all of the pixel data is sharp, and we have total control over how much motion blur goes into the image. So first thing I'm just going to do is I'm just going to parent my original clip, my guitar recording, to the handheld motion, and when we play it back, after rendering of course, we should see that this should look like it's been recorded by hand. Drop this quality down here to half, just so for rendering purposes. If you're ever working with large footage, a good thing to do is drop your quality down to half, third, or even a quarter sometimes. Say you're working on 4K footage. Right now I'm on a laptop, right? So it sometimes is not going to render perfectly, but if you still want to work in real time at full speed, drop it down to a low quality. It doesn't matter what you see now, it's about the end result and about the speed you finish up in. So when I play it back, you see that it like sort of goes off to the right, and that's okay. Any type of stabilization you're gonna have to zoom in on. So because this is essentially entirely a manual stabilizer, or a manual writing manual motion to it, we're gonna have to zoom in ourselves. So just scale up your image a little bit, and you're gonna want to play through your entire clip and make sure. Let me turn the volume off. You're just want to play through your clip and make sure that it doesn't go outside of the range. So you can scrub through here, making sure that the edges don't go back onto the screen and there's no empty space in the screen. Perfect. If you think these tutorials are helpful for you and you'd like to see more, please let me know down in the comments. What would you like to see? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, sweet.